The 2017 draft class is indeed one of the most solid draft classes in the last 10 years. It includes players like Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Lauri Markkanen, Bam Adebayo, Malik Monk, Lonzo Ball, Jonathan Isaac, John Collins, Zach Collins, Luke Kennard, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Thomas Bryant, Isaiah Hartenstein, Derek White, Dylan Brooks, and more. However, the number one pick among them was Markelle Fultz, but Jason Tatum was actually supposed to be the number one pick. The Boston Celtics held the number one pick at that time, but the Sixers really wanted to get Markelle Fultz. The Celtics threatened the Sixers by saying they would take Fultz with the number one pick, which led the Sixers to trade with the Celtics to acquire the number one pick in exchange for the Celtics' number 3 pick and a future number 1 pick. Of all the names we mentioned earlier, it was Markelle Fultz who was widely regarded as the top prospect or best prospect in that draft class. Despite the huge hype surrounding Lonzo Ball at the time, he still wasn't selected as the number 1 pick. Being the number 1 pick usually comes with the expectation of saving an NBA franchise. However, this wasn't the role the Sixers asked of Fultz. Instead, he just needed to fit alongside the number 2 pick from the year before, Ben Simmons, who was playing like a beast back then, and future MVP Joel Embiid. Fultz initially played well, seemingly living up to his status as the number 1 pick, but for some reason, he seemed to forget how to shoot. No one could figure out what was happening with Markelle Fultz, and it became a mystery in the NBA at the time. Eventually, he was diagnosed with a type of shoulder injury, and from there, his NBA career began to decline. He also suffered an ACL injury later on. Markelle Fultz is now considered a bust or the worst number 1 pick in NBA history, especially given how strong the talent was in his draft class. As of now, Fultz is still a free agent, and no team has signed him yet. With training camp approaching, only 7 teams have remaining spots on their rosters. At this point, it's uncertain whether we'll see Markelle Fultz in the NBA again, or if he'll move abroad to continue his basketball career. If a team does pick him up, it's expected that he'll have a very minimal role, and he'll need to make the most of every minute to bounce back in his career. In his 5 NBA seasons with the Orlando Magic, he played in only 201 games, which is less than 50% of what was expected. Last season, Markelle Fultz averaged 7.8 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game, and his stats significantly dropped compared to the year before. Do you think Markelle Fultz still deserves a spot in the NBA? If you like this video, please click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more updates.